Hey everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Northern.
Vamos, vamos, Argentina. Vamos, vamos a ganar. Esta barra quilombera no te deja de alentar.
If only you could see 50 dancing. There you go. So again, what is the reason for that? Is it because you're happy Argentina lost in the World Cup?
So Ben, how's your week been? What do you they won?
I don't follow.
What do you mean they
sports.
lost?
I don't know. I could have sworn I heard you say that the other night on Taco Show. That's because they lost.
I believe you're referring to. No, I said the 2 goals that they had at the first 20 minutes didn't matter because they won anyway, but not because of those 2 goals. I mean, if you would have followed, football,
I misheard you.
If you would have followed football, the real football, not the stupid game that Americans invented and decided it should be called football. If you actually followed real football,
actually, football was around first, but
no, it wasn't. No, it was not. Real football has been around since the Aztec era.
It's true. It's been around in various forms, not under the name football, but it's been around in various forms.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
No,
Welcome to Football Talk on the Northern Entertainment Group.
I'd rather watch hockey, the better sport.
I mean, hey, I don't watch any sport. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Argentina. That's all I'm saying.
I didn't know you were so into football, 50.
I am not. I am Argentinic. That's it. That's really all there is to it.
So, one more time.
Vamos, vamos, Argentina. Vamos, vamos a ganar. Esta barra quilombera no te deja de alentar.
Okay, so I actually do have to ask, what is the song that's playing over that?
Vamos, vamos, Argentina.
This should be the national anthem?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
It's just the celebration song.
Okay, this is catchy as hell.
It is.
I'll send you the full song later.
All right.
So, Merry Christmas, everybody. Welcome to the holiday.
On the day of Christmas Eve, so we have a Jewish person in Israel, we have a Jewish person in LA who doesn't know what snow is, and then there's me in Canada dealing with a blizzard outside.
Yeah, your whole house is buried right now.
Well, it could be. It could be.
I mean, you have power.
Dude, we're prepared for this shit. Look where I live.
I forgot who I was talking to. My apologies.
Yep. Yeah, so just needs to say I ain't going out today unless I absolutely have.
That's the thing. The entire country shuts down.
Well, I would say most big cities usually shut down because they can't handle the snow. Us up here. But that's not why we're here this morning. We're not here to talk about football. We're not here to talk about soccer. We're not here to talk about snow.
I don't recognize that. I do not recognize that name.
Whatever you say, 50 Shades of Snow.
Hey! Who did that?
During the intro. Well, it's because I've got a holiday themed name. Ben's got a holiday themed name.
Okay, so how about this? Hold on.
I like my name.
I know.
Should at least be accurate. Come on.
There you go.
You know how many times I've seen snow in my life? Twice, maybe.
Right. But there's a saying over here, don't eat yellow snow. That's why I kind of went with the 50 Shades.
Oh, yellow snow. I can only imagine.
Come on. Yeah, it's pretty easy.
Yeah. And you know what? I don't even know what yellow snow is. So there.
Think about it, 50. What is yellow that comes out of you?
I know I was making a reference to the fact that it never snows here.
Actually, I was going to ask, have any of you guys ever had snow cones?
It snows about it here like once every 30 years.
But have you guys had snow cones?
Yeah, of course.
Have you ever tried a snow cone, 50?
I mean, we just call them ice cream.
No, it's actually totally different. It's basically just a bunch of cupped ice in one of those funnel cups, and then you just put flavored syrup on it. It's really good.
Never even knew that it was a thing.
Oh, I would love to have a snow cone machine if I could.
I would love to have snow if I could.
Come over to Canada, you'll have plenty of it. Enough to make you want to move back.
Fine, that's on the agenda. We've spent 6 minutes already avoiding the topic of the show.
That's because I don't have to work after this.
Yeah, so who cares?
Oh, okay. Thank you very much, 50s Mom.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a beating after the show is done, so let's just drag this show as much as possible.
Why are you going to get a beating? Because of word of that?
Because I didn't know that.
Oh. Okay. Well, let's drag it on while we're discussing our topic. So it was Ben's topic, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, snow cone.
Oh, that's a snow cone.
Yeah, it's basically just chipped ice with syrup on it. Oh, it's so good. I haven't had one forever.
What the topic is, since it's Christmas, I came up with the idea of the top 5 holiday movies and specials.
Well, I just went movies because
Okay.
I went
couldn't really
movies,
think
but
of-
I do have a special in my honorable mentions because I didn't
Me
realize.
too.
I didn't realize.
I wonder if it's the same special, honorable
I don't
mention.
think so. Because I didn't realize mine was a special.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
I couldn't really think of any good specials outside of just Doctor Who holiday specials, and I figured that would be a bit of a cheat because that's really what everyone expects of me anyway. So I
I'm
just stuck to movies.
I'm gonna throw it out. I'm just gonna, because it's an honorable mention of mine. I'm just gonna throw it out there just to let you know what it is. It's Flintstones Christmas Carol.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that was a thing.
It's
Me
pretty good.
neither.
It's basically dealing this one like the Christmas Carol obviously is the background, but the main part of the story is Fred screwing up everything as usual, Christmas and all that stuff, and he's cast as Scrooge in the play, and he just keeps making things worse with Wilma, and who ends up as even though she's stage manager of the play, she has to fill in for the actress who does a lot of different roles, and so the Christmas Carol and all that stuff is used as a way to work Fred through what he screwed up at Christmas.
I mean, that's listening.
Well, while you were talking, I'm officially stuck up here because it started raining and I still can't get wet because of the surgery.
I mean, by wearing a hat.
Pretty sure it's downstairs, so I'm kind of stuck up here.
Oh, is this separate from the house?
Yeah, it's like an attic. It's like out. You gotta go outside. I'll send you a video later.
Oh, that's actually pretty cool. It kind of makes it.
Yeah,
like
we got some more interesting information from the resident mom.
Right on, right on. Yeah, you don't want to see what it's like outside for me right now, 50s Mom.
Yeah, she's been to Canada once, and she's seen more snow than she's ever seen in her whole life, and she's not happy to go back there.
Don't blame her. All right, so let's.
All right. Yeah. So, since he might miss, I go first, right?
That's usually how it
My
goes.
number 5 might get punted out.
Honorable man, not even on my list actually.
50?
Nope.
Wow. Okay.
I enjoy it. I'm just not the biggest Will Ferrell as a lead actor fan.
That's right. You told me that before, and I totally understand. It is a nice movie about a kid who grew up in the North Pole that finds his dad in New York and wants a relationship with him. Goes to New York. It's a nice, heartwarming movie. Directed by John Favreau, by the way. And I think it was his first movie. Directing. Or one of them.
I
at
don't.
least.
I'm not sure on that. I'll take a look while we're doing this.
I think I Love You Man was his first movie, wasn't it?
No, this was.
No,
way-
that's not him. That's not him. I don't think.
I Love You Man was also way after the fact. You're thinking
Yeah.
of Iron Man.
No, I am not really sure after.
I know, but I mean, as a directed movie. Okay, let's see what his first one was. His first movie was a movie called Made in 2001, and then Elf was his second film.
Okay, no. I was close.
And then he went to
It's
Zathara,
like-
and then Iron Man.
so when was
And-
I Love You, Man?
So,
That would have been I Love You, Man.
and, I
2009.
don't think, and I don't think that's him.
It's not him, but it's 2009.
Really?
Right.
It's
Okay.
directed by John Hamburg, who I'm not familiar with, I have to say. Okay, he let's see, what else did he direct?
Who are you, Mr. Hamburg?
He directed Why Him. He did an episode of New Girl. It looks like he's mostly a TV director.
Gotcha.
Okay,
I Love You, Man is a good movie.
I've actually never seen it.
me neither.
I didn't even know that.
That's one of those few from that Apatow wheelhouse that slipped through my fingers.
Gotcha. All right, so now you're number 5.
This one might be a punt, but it is probably the Christmas movie I watched the most as a child because of who was in it. It is 1994's The Santa Claus.
But
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right.
Well, I'm guessing none of mine are gonna get punted because I don't really watch holiday movies. I'm not. That's not really my thing. I did watch a few, but also remember, don't celebrate Christmas. And I never seen 8 Crazy Nights, which I believe I've been told is the only Hanukkah movie ever.
No,
So,
if I'm being 100% honest, it's the only Hanukkah movie I've seen where Hanukkah is the main thing. Like, I'm sure there are out there. I've just
they're rare. It's rare.
and because it's Adam Sandler who does 8 Crazy Nights, like that's why.
I want a Purim movie. Can someone make a movie about Purim, my favorite holiday?
Yeah.
Can someone please do that? It's a really cool story too. So
Yeah.
just sitting there like an elf on a shelf, waiting for someone to pick it up. But yeah, my number 5 is Jim Carrey's A Christmas Carol, the animated one where he's with Scrooge and with the
Oh, I
spirit.
love that movie.
Only seen it once.
I've only seen it once too, and it's only on my list because I couldn't think of a 5. I couldn't think of a top 5. I don't hate it, but it's okay. It's good. I just
Yeah.
I think it's
other-
underrated. I think it's underrated
I-
as a Christmas Carol movie.
Like I said, I mean, it's good. I've just seen personally. I've seen better interpretations of that story.
You know who directed that one?
Yeah, Robin
Robert
Zemeckis.
Zemeckis.
Bobby Zemeckis. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Zemeckis also did the Polar Express.
Which
It was
Yeah.
a period where they just
another one I'm gonna admit I've actually never seen because that came out when I was that age as a teenager where it's like kiddie stuff is beyond me. Is below me.
Yeah.
So I've actually never seen it.
all right. Yeah, but it was a time when Disney just shackled Robert Zemeckis and forced him to direct these motion capture animated movies
Yeah.
for him. Like he did a couple of them, several.
All right, my number 4, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this is the newest one. Well, this is the newest one on my list, and I don't think it will get printed. But I love this movie. It's a new Ryan Reynolds Will Ferrell musical holiday movie.
Still haven't seen it.
Period.
Still haven't sat down and watched it.
You have to, and you would love it.
I might watch it.
This is a new twist on an old story. 2 guys who have incredible chemistry, great music. I don't want to give away too much, but it's great.
Yeah, I heard good things about it. It's Christmas Eve, so I usually watch the movies before I go to bed. I might pop that one in. 'Cause
And I'm
it's-
guessing 50, you haven't seen it, right?
No, I think that's the first. When did this come out again?
November.
Oh, this year. Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I not for,
Yeah,
for
it's
sure.
fairly recent.
Okay.
But I just came up with something just crawled into my brain and refuses to leave. So when you say holiday movies, they specifically have to tie into a holiday or also vacation because they're sometimes referred to as holidays.
I took it as the first one.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too. That's why I'm asking for clarification.
Yeah, no, I took it as the first one.
It is the first one. And then he made a movie like, well, I don't want to say it just in case. Well, that is my number 3.
Did you just try to get that out of my mouth?
You guys want to be left alone for a minute?
Just so everyone's knowing, I'm eating roasted seaweed snacks.
So now what here numero 4?
Speaking of
Yeah, not that
vacation,
bad.
shitter's full, folks. It's Christmas vacation.
Slight
figured
cut.
I figured as much.
Yeah, because speaking of vacation, I was gonna. Oh man, that bear.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, because I was thinking of the third Beethoven movie, because that's technically
Oh.
it's a vacation movie, but I mean, it's the summer vacation.
I've actually never
Yeah, that wouldn't count
seen
unless
any
like
past the first one.
what?
I've never seen any Beethoven movies past the first one.
The
You know
second
what the
one is
funny thing
good.
is? You know what the funny thing is? The first one is the only one I've seen once. I saw 2 all the way up to 5 multiple times. But yeah, my number 4, I think, is the only one that's in danger of getting punted, which is The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Not on my list.
My name
I've seen it once.
Okay, but I mean, me too. And just like Christmas, nothing. I love concept. I love idea in it. And it really is a double whammy. It's a double. Am I frozen still?
Your voice is traveling, but yes, you were frozen.
Oh, okay, because I don't know, the internet is just playing tricks on me. But like I said, it's a double holiday movie because it's Christmas and Halloween at the same time in a way.
Yeah.
And I loved that it opens with that weird forest that has all these different holidays in it, with like Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, and Thanksgiving. Weirdly enough, no Hanukkah. So apparently apparently that movie is an anti-Semite movie. So fight me on this, and I'm just kidding. But
Sorry,
just the idea of there's this place in the woods where you can step from one holiday to the other. I like to see more movies in that. What?
You know what that kind of reminds me of?
Go ahead.
The Mad Hatter's hat in Once Upon a Time.
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say that. That is again just like the Mad Hatter's hat. It's a concept that wasn't used fully, but I would love to have seen more movies around this concept that you can just walk from one holiday to the next. Just
Yeah.
expand your roster of holidays. I mean, I don't know what you could do in a Ramadan movie, a Ramadan holiday town, but whatever.
I was thinking,
But,
like, I got my
I love to
usual
see
Christmas movies that I watch.
holidays explored in that thing. What?
I was thinking, I've got my usual Christmas movies that I watch every year. I'm gonna keep 2 of them tonight, but I'm gonna include Nightmare Before Christmas because like I said, I haven't seen it in a good 15 years and I've only seen it the one time.
I think it's one of those movies that get better on rewatch.
That's fair.
And just remember this, even though Tim Burton's name plastered all over it, he did not direct it.
Tim Burton. But I mean, it wasn't directed by Tim Burton, but it's still a Tim Burton movie.
Right, yeah. But it's just a lot of people, because of that, because it says Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas, people mistake it for Tim Burton as the director.
I believe it is Steven Summers, right? Who directed it?
Only thing I can remember off the top of my head is his name one of his names begins with an S. Hold on.
Yeah, Steven Sommers.
No, Henry Selick.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And of course, Jack Skellington voiced by none other than Chris Sarandon, who played what's his face in The Princess Bride? Not the six finger dude, the prince. The one who wants to marry
Humperdinck?
Humperdinck.
Humperdinck?
Yes. He plays Jack Skellington.
Nice.
Cool. Didn't know
And
that.
the singing voice, Danny Elfman.
Right, I knew that.
Danny the Elf, because it wasn't Christmassy enough.
Danny Elfman. Dude, if you want to know something wild, I don't know if you guys know this. Ben might have, but you know his band that he had before he became a composer is the band that did Weird Science.
No, I didn't know that.
Oingo Boingo, who does the song Weird Science, that's Danny Elfman's band.
Yeah, awesome. Weird Science. That movie's going on there. That's a good movie. I like
Weird
that movie.
Science?
Yeah.
Oh, it's such a fun movie. The concepts of you look at them from 2022 eyes, a little creepy.
It's not work, but you have to remember the time, man.
My favorite scene, especially as who I am now, is when they're in the club, and basically anytime Anthony Michael Hall is high on screen because he's like, "Oh, women, they can't hold the smoke." He just becomes this black guy. He does it in Breakfast Club too.
And let's not forget the standout in that movie. One Bill Paxton as Chet.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Bill Paxton, man. May he rest in peace.
Yeah.
All right, we're on to number threes.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay, Ben.
and the part from earlier, Sinner's Fall, Christmas Vacation, Christmas. God, I love this movie.
Me too. It's weird because watching it last year, it comes off like just a series of skits,
Right.
but it's so memorable. Like shitter's full. Clark walked in the whole movies in the attic, dressed up in women's clothing.
Yeah.
And they open the attic, which is where he's sitting on the door. Of course, lubing up the sled.
So he puts the women's clothing and hangs around in bars?
So I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. No, so basically 50, he goes up. Have you seen the movie?
Someone got it.
Come on, man. I love Monty
I don't
Python.
think I've seen any of the National Lampoon's movies.
Okay, so you little shit. So basically, no, he goes upstairs.
Wait, were you talking about the National Lampoon movies or the Monty Python movies?
National Lampoon.
No, I don't think I've seen any of the National
Okay.
Lampoon movies.
So the scene I'm talking about, Clark Griswold, he goes up to the attic. I believe goes to put up Christmas gifts, and while he's up there, he actually finds a hidden anniversary gift from like 10 years prior. But shenanigans happen. He ends up getting locked in the attic. So I mean, he's cold. So he finds a box of old clothes, and it's like mittens and like scarves, and basically kind of would look like my grandma in the 60s. And so he's sitting there and he finds old home movies and he's watching taken of his kid because that's the kind of Christmas he wants to give his family. So he's got this tear in his eye, and the family finally comes home by this point, and I think it's his wife. He's just like, "Oh, I gotta go up in the attic," pretty much, and she opens the door and he's sitting right on that latch. So as soon as the door opens, he just disappears. Yeah, just straight down. There's that. There's when they lube up the toboggan.
Oh,
And he ends up at Walmart, like a couple counties away. Like I love this movie to the point I'm actually wearing a good old fashioned Griswold family Christmas t-shirts with the Christmas.
oh, I love that.
And
then great cat. Great cat.
Great cast, great cameos. Julie Louis Dreyfus. Right around the time Seinfeld started, she's in it. Of course, you got your normal cast, your Christmas Vacation movies. The kids, Juliette Lewis, and the guy who played Leonard.
Johnny Galecki.
Johnny Galecki. They played the kids. Just a great overall cast. One of the elderly members of the family is the voice of Betty Boop.
Whoa.
And also the grandmother from Everybody Loves Raymond.
Yeah,
Doris
Doris Roberts,
Roberts.
the other grandma. Yeah, it's a great cast. Great. 50. If you ever want to watch a Christmas movie, I would recommend this one.
Okay.
And Catchy Like Hell theme song.
Yes, of course. A great opening credits too, animated and everything. It's easily one of my favorite Christmas movies.
Right. You're in the mood, Trish.
So speaking of movies that I watch every year, This is one actually I remember I bought it on Boxing Day, and after watching it that Boxing Day, it became a movie that is in my rotation. It is The Night Before.
Yeah, a good one. Not on my list, but it's a good one.
Have you ever heard of it, 50?
Oh, I'm back now. I think so. I think.
So it started. It's actually got a really great cast: Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Seth Rogen, Jillian Bell, Lizzie Kaplan, Anthony Mackie, Michael Shannon, Mindy Kaling. Tracy Morgan narrates it. James Franco has a cameo. Miley Cyrus has a cameo. Like it's a star-studded film. I'm just going to read a quick little plot summary for those who haven't heard it. Isaac, Ethan, and Chris have been spending Christmas Eve together ever since Ethan's parents died, but now that they're adults, Isaac is about to become a father and Chris is a famous football player. They think it's time to end their tradition. They go play the piano, eat Chinese food, sing karaoke in a bar, and look at the Nutcracker Ball, the holy grail of all Christmas parties, for the very last time. On their quest, they run into difficulties. Isaac is totally wrecked from all the drugs he has taken. Chris is trying to get some weed for his famous friends, and Ethan is still not over his ex-girlfriend, Diana. It is a really good, sweet movie, and you find out at the end of the movie that Michael Shannon might have been playing Jesus. Which,
I know he's on the
Nutcracker Ball. So what
It's
is
not
this
said.
Nutcracker Ball?
it's basically like this famous Christmas party in the town of the movie.
Oh,
The Holy Grail!
But the scene where they end up at midnight mass and Seth Rogen's character is incredibly fucked up on like drugs is so funny.
I know he's on the cancel list and we don't like him right now, but James Franco's cameo
Yeah,
is so hysterically funny.
it's one of the better ones. This is definitely a great Christmas film, and it takes place on Christmas Eve, so it is a Christmas film.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, 50.
I feel like I missed out half that conversation because I got frozen again.
Let it go.
Well, if that was a Christmas movie, that would have been on my list, definitely.
I know.
But
What if it was? Yeah.
but yeah, my number 3 is the most recent one on the list, and actually one of the very few Christmas movies I've actually watched, just because I heard good things about it and I like the trailers. It's the Christmas Chronicles with the
Oh, Kurt Russell.
Yep.
yeah, the
That was a
Netflix
fun
one.
film. I totally forgot about that movie.
No, I like that movie. That's really
Me
fun.
too.
As someone who doesn't usually watch Christmas movies, I really like that one. It was really fun.
Me too. I haven't sat down and watched the second one yet.
Oh right, there is a second one. I forgot. Yeah, the end credit scene was really fun though,
I don't remember it.
with Mrs. Claus.
Right, and it's revealed, of course, to be Goldie fucking Hawn.
Of course. Who else would it be?
Man, they've been together longer than I've been around.
I haven't seen this movie. Is it really not good?
It's an unconventional Santa Claus film. Let's put it that
Kind of
way.
like Violent Night, huh?
Kind of like what, sorry?
Violent Night.
Not that quite unconventional, but
Okay.
yeah.
It's fun. That's the most important part.
Let's put
It's-
it this way: if Fonzie was Santa,
Pretty much.
Oh, okay. Sign me up.
Santa Claus.
yeah, that's actually a really good way.
Oh.
There's even a scene where Kurt Russell sings a song.
In
He's
prison.
a good singer. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, he played Elvis in a in a TV movie directed by John Carpenter back in the day. What is with you? Right. Ben.
My number 2 is the put from way earlier. The Santa Claus.
Yep.
Man sees Santa on the roof, Santa falls down, man becomes Santa. That's all you need to know about this
Did
movie.
not.
What?
He killed Santa Claus. I did not.
Yeah, I love this movie. It's a great holiday movie, and
The sequels are okay. I still haven't seen the show yet.
dude, you have to see the show.
I will eventually.
It's predictable, yes, but it feels more in line with the first and second movie than the third movie did.
Okay, yeah, the third one is the one Martin Short, right? Jack Frost.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. We don't need to talk about that.
No, it's the Santa Claus is an incredibly charming movie. It's just some great stuff with Tim Allen's character Scott Calvin, trying to cope with becoming Santa Claus and how it just comes up on him and he can't stop it.
A darker movie than you would remember, like it goes dark places.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's so worth it. It's yeah, I know it's such a great movie. God, I would love to have a sleigh with a hot chocolate dispenser.
And cookie dispenser.
That too. Yep. Bernard the Elf. Oh yeah, great stuff. First time I remember hearing the name Denny's, actually.
Bernard comes back in the show.
I saw that.
I give him the explanation on where he goes in number 3.
You can spoil it for me. Where does he go?
He's going to like the elf equivalent of like a Woodstock and meets like a human wife. And basically this Fortune Lover gets married and like gives up all his powers.
Whoa.
Basically he puts a Clark Kent in Smallville in Crisis.
I dig that. Way to go, Bernard.
Yeah.
All right, so my number 2 is a movie we actually have already discussed earlier, and it is the Hanukkah film, A Crazy Nights. This is Adam Sandler and his crew at their funniest and their crudest. The jokes are hilarious. The songs are great. The message behind the movie is surprisingly deep and beautiful. And when you find out why Adam Sandler's character is the way he is, you can't help but have your heart break just a little. But for me, the standout are Whitey and his sister. Oh my god. You have to watch that movie just for them. They are the weirdest set of twins you'll ever see. They're both midgets. They both have club feet. They each have one foot bigger than the other, but it's the opposite foot. So one of them's got their left foot that's like a men's 12, and then the right foot is a child's 9, and on the other one it's the other way around. I cannot. I just. This movie is just so funny. Like it's basically it's like Grown Ups but an animated form, if that makes sense. The only one I haven't is not in it is David Spade, but Rob Schneider voices characters. Kevin Nealon voices characters. Of course, his wife is in there. Basically his normal crew voices characters, and it's so good. And it's not a long movie either. It clocks in at under an hour and a half.
Great. I never seen it.
That's one I just watched it last week, so I'm not going to watch it for Christmas this time. But yeah, it's one I watch every year for sure.
So you watched it for Hanukkah though.
Technically I did watch it for Hanukkah without meaning to. And of course, it gives us the immortal third part to the Hanukkah song, which plays over the credits.
Yeah, I love the Hanukkah song.
Me too.
Put on your yarmulke.
It's time for Hanukkah. You ever heard the
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah song, 50? Basically, it's just Adam Sandler using comedy and music, listing off lists of celebrities who are Jewish.
We'll play it for you. After the show.
Because there's 3 of them.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah,
I think Ben, I think you and I are being bad Jews right now because we haven't seen that movie and Soda did. So something's wrong with us.
Yeah, maybe.
You're just not good Jews. Okay.
I mean, hey, I just proved earlier in this show that I'm a bad Argentinian because I did not know that song.
Wait, Israel's part of Argentina?
No, I am.
Oh, okay. I was like, okay,
I'm part Argentinian.
Yeah, what side of the family is that again?
My mom, the one who's waiting with a stick to beat me up because I didn't know that.
See, he just said it was raining outside.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Wink, wink. All right, 50. What's your number 2?
Okay, so my number 2 and my number 1, I wouldn't consider them holiday. I consider them holiday movies. You two might not.
Wait, are we going to have the debate on here?
Still debate about Die Hard. And that better
I'm
not be
not
number one.
going to bring up Die Hard, okay? Sheesh. But these are movies that I watch on specific days of the year that are considered holidays.
So that counts.
And my number 2 is a little animated movie by the name of The Prince of Egypt.
Oh,
That counts.
that
It
counts.
is a movie about the story of Passover.
That
Hence,
counts.
I watch it every Passover.
Yeah.
That's my personal Passover tradition. My second favorite holiday, I watch The Prince of Egypt, the story of Moses,
Yeah.
essentially.
In my opinion, better than the Ten Commandments.
See, I'm the opposite. I like both movies, but I prefer the Ten Commandments.
Well, the Ten Commandments, don't get me wrong, is great. But it's just it tells the same story, it's just easier to digest. Yeah, I rewatched that, what, 2 years ago? I hadn't seen it since theaters. And it's still, or since around the time it came on VHS, actually. And it's still a great story. It's an underrated animated film. You were here.
Yeah.
Oh, you said last I remember is you said it's in your opinion it's better than the Ten Commandment, and then everything just froze for me.
So, like I said, it just like the Ten Commandments is a great film. It's just it tells the same story. It's just easier to digest. And that makes sense.
And you get the emotional gut punches that story
Right.
has within it.
Right.
There.
No, I also added that I rewatched it 2 years ago, and before that I hadn't seen it since it came out on VHS, and it still holds up. And apparently, I just found this out when the scene when Pharaoh's son dies. If you actually look in the next scene where they see like all the lights and stuff in the sky, you can actually see the kid's spirit go into heaven. Really weird.
The next scene?
I think it's just like when they do the plague where the firstborn dies,
Yeah.
and then don't you see like where it says it looks like a bunch of lights going to heaven or something? I literally read this in an article yesterday.
No, that's just whatever the force was that killed
So
everyone.
you could actually see the ghostly image of Pharaoh's son ascending to heaven in that moment.
Where did you see that?
I'll try to find it.
Because I gotta look for it now. I've seen this movie hundreds of times, maybe, but I've never seen that. Babe. But yeah, that's my Passover movie.
All right. So, honorable mentions time?
I'll let you guys go first while I find this.
I have 3. 1, Bad Santa. 2, Babes in Toyland. And 3, the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special.
Which
Oh,
I
yeah.
still have yet to watch for some reason.
Oh, Henry, you gotta see that. You would love it.
Okay.
You would. It's right up your freaking alley.
All right.
What's your honorable mentions, my man, 50?
Mine is the Polar Express and Mr. Bean's Holiday.
Oh, nice.
And the only reason it's not on my actual list is because it's been years since I've seen it. I barely remember what happened.
That's fair.
So I went with the more recent one that I've watched.
All right, so now it's my list. Flintstones Christmas Carol. Just Friends. Scrooged. Just Friends takes place at Christmas.
No, I'm okay. Yeah.
Scrooged. Hook. I know
Okay.
where that is for you, Ben. Don't worry.
Hook is
No,
not holiday?
I don't consider that a holiday movie.
Takes place at Christmas too.
Yeah.
Lethal Weapon. I'd argue that is more of a Christmas movie than Die Hard. Home Alone. Harold and Kumar's 3D Christmas.
Ooh. Yeah.
Block 4.
Okay.
Fight takes place on Christmas Eve.
Okay.
And I included this to get a laugh out of you guys because it's the only movie I've ever seen that in one scene shows off all the different holidays. Deadpool.
Nice.
Well,
Nice.
all the different Christian holidays. Well,
Including
that
some other
doesn't
ones.
really have all the holidays in it, but yeah, well, okay.
I know, but I just
But
included that as
technically,
a joke for the one scene. The calendar.
Well,
Oh,
you know,
I
I
love that song. I love that montage.
Was it like Happy
Happy
National Women's Day and he's getting pegged?
I love the part when they're reading books and they're like,
Yeah.
happy that.
But the thing
Okay.
is, it still technically counts as a holiday movie because it takes place and it came out on Valentine's Day.
That is true.
Yeah.
One of the best campaigns I've ever seen for a film.
Yeah, this is a love story. It's not a superhero movie. It's a love story.
And they weren't wrong.
Yeah, it is.
I love that movie. I love that movie, and I love the second one.
Oh, yeah. Can't wait for the third. Okay. Number one time.
My number one is all about the person defending location and
I knew it was going to be Die Hard.
no, Home Alone, motherfucker, Home Alone.
Oh well, I mean, Home Alone is kind of Die Hard, but as
I wanted to set it up like that because when you think about it, that the synopsis is quite similar. A person defending a location over a single night.
Well, it's true.
But yeah, Home Alone. I mean,
Growing up, this was a movie that I would skip the first half and I would only watch the intruding stuff, the Three Stooges stuff.
I'll be honest. And I got under the first half. I think I liked it more than the second half.
I should probably go back and watch as an adult because, yeah, you might be right. I might look at it differently.
It really is a touching, heartwarming movie about a family and God damn it, that kid, Macaulay Culkin, he was America's kid for a while.
Definitely was.
for a bit.
All right. Favorite prank.
Did you also know that? Oh wait. We'll finish with that.
Go ahead,
first.
50 first.
No, I was gonna say, have you heard the fan theory that when I think his name Alex McAllister?
Kevin McAllister, yeah.
Kevin, where did I bring Alex from? Kevin McAllister. There's a fan theory that when he grew up, he basically
He's for him, but I think
came
one.
Jigsaw from the
Yeah.
families.
Yeah, I heard that.
Oh, okay.
I would buy that.
I mean, it does sound legit. That sound legit.
Yeah. I just love this movie. But that's just me.
Me too. And if you guys ever want to watch a great making of on it, there is a Netflix show called The Movies That Made Us. I highly recommend the Home Alone one because the behind the scenes on that, wow. I didn't know. It was so wild, especially to hear the
And they also did one for Die Hard as well.
Yep. No, what's funny is that they were about to go into production under one studio who decided not to do it at the last minute. And then another studio who wanted it. Basically, within an hour, it's changed studios in this weird, funny way. Like, I highly recommend go watch it. Basically, it all happened on the sound stage. It's just go watch it. I can't do justice.
They filmed they filmed like most of the movie in what was it?
In an abandoned
basketball. Yeah, in a school in a basketball court.
Yeah.
Wow. So now what's your number one?
Basically, if anybody knows me, it's kind of obvious. I mean, I've got the little guy. right there. It's Muppet Christmas Carol.
Oh, of course.
Oh,
Of course.
all right.
Love that movie. It's easily my favorite Muppet movie. My introduction to Rizzo the Rat, Michael Caine as a great Scrooge, the
Michael
only
Caine.
human actor in the film. Just overall funny. I one of the lines I love to quote is "Hey, like the lamb, not the rat." Charles Dickens, played by Gonzo. It's just so funny. Michael Caine just gives it his all in this movie for a movie with puppets. I can't speak any more highly of it than anybody else has. This is one of the classic Christmas movies. It's a must every year for me. To the point, yes, I have the DVD somewhere over there.
I'm working for physical media, I guess.
Always for physical media.
Yep, I like that movie. I just saw it for the first time last year. I think we watched it together, right?
We might have, yeah.
Yeah. That was my first time seeing it. Yeah, you're right. It's good. Not my favorite Christmas Carol, but it's still a very solid movie. Still really like it.
50, have you ever seen it?
I've seen it, but it's been so long now that I've forgotten most of what happens in it. Like
Fair.
I saw all the pre-2000s Muppet movies, but I don't necessarily remember everything that happens in them.
Understandable.
50, what's your number one, my man?
Well, this is another movie that I watch every holiday, and it's a movie that none of you are gonna recognize. It's basically just that's my Independence Day movie. It's a movie that I watch every Independence Day. It's not technically an Independence Day movie, but it's my Independence Day movie, and I watch it every Israel Independence Day. It's like a tradition for me. So that's it for me.
Independent.
And I think I already, I think I talked about this movie a bunch of times on other versions of this show. But basically, I mean, it's taking place during the War of Attrition in Israel, and just it's these three legendary comedians playing roles in the movie. One guy is like a sergeant, staff sergeant, I think, that just wants to get married to this girl who is the daughter of this other guy who is who sort of it's hard to explain, but there's this third guy who owes the father of the daughter a lot of money, and he comes to beat the shit out of him. The guy that owns money gets conscripted into the military, and then the guy comes in to kind of come and beat the shit out of him, and then he gets captured, then he gets forced into the military himself, and they just hang around in there, and there's all kinds of slapstick shenanigans ensues. And it's, you know what, it's a movie that just needs to be watched to be understood. Unfortunately, it's all in Hebrew, so you guys won't really understand anything that's happening. So I'll just leave that. I'll just say that it's my number one, and with that. But you know what? Again, I said that like the Prince of Egypt is my every Passover movie, and this one is my every Independence Day movie. Just, you know, every time I watch The Lion King, it's The Lion King Day for me personally. So there's no really need for an excuse to watch that movie.
Oh, totally fair.
Because, you know, that movie is like a movie that I just want to make a Lion King Day. And to continue our conversation we had in the green room earlier, if I had what Soda suggested, I'm not going to say what it is, but I would have just made a national Lion King Day.
I'm not surprised.
Just every channel just plays The Lion King all day, every day, on a loop.
Naturally.
Even the Doctor Who channel?
I mean, there isn't an official Doctor Who channel, but they should be, and there would be.
That's another thing you have to do if what happens happens.
And it just goes from Hartnell's first episode all the way to Whittaker's last one on a loop, just endlessly, and you just catch it whenever. You can't. It plays all the episodes in order, but once it's done with Power of the Doctor, it goes right back to Unearthly Child. It just starts the whole thing all over again. Whenever you caught any episode, at your own discretion.
How long would that take?
I mean, I if someone wants to do the math, go ahead. I'm not gonna start to calculate all of that, but it would probably take about a couple of months. Beginning to end.
I thought you might know offhand, man. We're having fun this, guys.
Mm-hmm.
We had.
Just give me 1 second. Phone call.
So let's. What? Oh, well, that kind of sucks because Soda was about to introduce his topic for next week, which he told us in the green room, and the two of us really liked what he suggested. So
Yeah, man, we're not going to reveal it. We're going to wait for him to do it.
Yeah. In the meantime, let's do this. So he can bring himself back when he comes back. So Ben, how is your holiday season today?
Sorry, my dad has a habit of calling at the wrong time.
Same, mine too, and my mom. Just bad timing all across the board.
Yeah. So no, my topic for next week's list, because we're coming into the year 2023, is I want to see what your top 5 wildest predictions for 2023 are.
What we should do is make this video next week, and then next New Year's or next holiday season, watch them live and react to them.
That's a good one. That's a good idea.
Okay, I'm down with that.
We just can't forget about it.
No, I'll leave that to you to remind us.
Yeah. So remember, Ben, you got the responsibility now.
Pretty much.
You have the power.
All right, so let's go enjoy our holidays.
With responsibility comes no power.
Speaking of that, 50, where can everybody find you?
You can find me every Saturday on this show, The Nolan Countdown. You can find me every Monday on The Greatest Show in the Galaxy. We just did a big end of the year special episode where I debuted a brand new intro for that show. You can check that out. I was on the Geek Gauntlet on Taco's channel with these two wonderful gentlemen. And I also have my own YouTube channel where I go through every single Doctor Who episode from 1963 all the way to 2022 and review them. And there might be something else pretty special coming to the channel very, very soon. So keep your eyes open for that one.
Right on. And Ben,
you guys can find me at my YouTube channel, The Multiverse Kingdom, and at my Twitter, HeadGeekBen.
And you can find me in my personal Instagram and Twitter at soda_the_saxman. You can find me all over this channel and the shows these gentlemen has mentioned. You can also find me coming back in the new year over on the Books of Wrestling over on the Let's Get Ready podcast network. So, on behalf of myself and 50 and Ben, thank you very much. Enjoy this time off with your friends and family. Merry Christmas to all. Happy Hanukkah to those who observe that. Basically, happy holidays to everyone around the world on behalf of the three of us. So, don't forget to let us know in the comments what your favorite holiday movies are, and we will see you next week on the Northern Countdown. Do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Have a happy holidays, folks. See you next week.